Good day and welcome back to the podcast. We're visiting something that we have touched, and it's quite an important thing, something that we've touched in the past, and it's the issue of pornography. And the focus, as we do on this channel, is how much of pornography are our kids exposed to. And I introduced an app. It's just more than an app, but it's an app, Covenant Eyes, and I really feel that the time is ripe for a revisit because of the stats that I've been exposed to recently, and most public newspapers or newspapers you're used to, and some channels, BBC, are also flagging an increase in the wrong direction. And I think it's prudent for us to revisit this and, engage you again, remind you again, to take this seriously. And this will help ensure online safety for our kids. And there is a place for this app, this feature, this suite, in assisting you to achieve a primary goal of, either weaning our kids off pornography if they're already stuck, or at least making sure that they don't even start. Okay? Being a sensitive issue, I would say still comment, but if you want to, engage me one-on-one, you know the drill. You can go to the website and book a chat, to engage me, to discuss anything that you don't want to put in the public domain. And of course, your information will be confidential. Our discussion will be confidential. But more importantly for me, it's to make sure that you're being heard, because we're finding, and these are all related to the stats that I've been exposed to, that parents are suffering in silence. And that cannot be a thing that I would hear about and do nothing. It's not going to be my own power, my might, but I will be able to guide you, God willing, in the right direction. Okay? So Covenant Eyes are a company I've partnered with for as long as this platform really has been online. And I know that behind the scenes, they are getting traffic from this, community. And that delights me, which is why I'm investing time to make sure that we're catering for all the parents and not just some who are bold enough. So I'm hoping that you'll be emboldened by a revisit, and you'll take some of the things that we're going to share, this evening, today, wherever it is you're watching from, seriously. Okay? All right. So like I said, it's going to be more about Covenant Eyes, but we'll dig into things that I know you and I will be glad we heard it. Okay? So I greet you, and I bring you good tidings. It's the season, lovely season, my favorite season without a doubt. We're celebrating Christmas very shortly, and so December is usually quite a month that's full of anxiety and anticipation. And I hope that you will find time to pause to just listen to me for a few minutes. Okay, so we're diving into an essential topic for parents. It is essential because it involves, or at least looks at, the online safety of our kids. And so I'm excited to share insights on a tool, the Covenant Eyes tool, that can be a game changer in this digital age, which is, as you know, of of huge importance to this platform. Okay? As parents, we know that navigating the online world with kids can be challenging. And so Covenant Eyes steps in as a valuable ally, providing a comprehensive solution for online accountability and filtering. So before we look at the app, I'm going to talk about the benefits. What does this bring to the table? Firstly, Covenant Eyes offers accountability, and I can't stress that, hard enough. It offers accountability. And what does that really mean? It monitors your child's online activities, and that's primarily what it does. And that's important that you get that first and foremost, okay? It monitors your child's online activity and generates detailed reports for you as the parent or caregiver, guardian, okay? This transparency that the tool offers encourages open communication. And I keep doing this each time we share or we have a chat. Communication is so important. And this tool encourages it, open communication, and helps foster a sense of responsibility in our kids. Secondly, the content filtering feature is a powerful tool. Covenant Eyes, the app, blocks explicit material. And we talk about inappropriate material for our inappropriate content for our children. This blocks explicit material, inappropriate material, creating a safer online environment as a result. It acts as a digital shield, helping you regulate what your child can access on the internet. I already know that you're excited about this feature if this is the first time you're hearing about it, okay? So without opening the tool, which I'm still going to do, let me share a quick real-time example. If your child attempts to access inappropriate content, Covenant Eyes will alert you immediately. This proactive approach allows for timely discussions about your child's online choices and behavior, okay? Perhaps this is the best time now to tell you about a companion app, which is called Victory. These names are all very beautiful names. Covenant, that's important to us. And then we have Victory. So Covenant Eyes, and then there's a Victory app. Victory is the companion app. That's the one I'm going to go through. But ultimately, if you sign up, and yes, you have to sign up for the Covenant Eyes, and it's worth every penny because it's an investment in your child's welfare and well-being. Okay, so money should not be an obstacle. I pray that the Lord will provide the finances required. It is not a lot of money, and it's something you can either pay yearly or you spread it across, the months. But it's a great tool that will help you to tackle this issue of pornography addiction or the exposure to pornography in the first place. And you have not just core pornography, you have soft pornography. It's called soft porn, where there are hints of the bad thing, the bigger thing itself. So it just allows you to be careful, with the kids that the Lord has placed in our care. So it's an ally, it's a tool that you can use, okay? So I'm going to go through the Victory app just to give you some of the things that I know that it will help you do. Now, I've just installed it for the purpose of this podcast. So if you see me getting a bit hung up, it's because it's the first time really I'm doing it, but I'm confident that we'll go through enough to make sense of what this brings to the table, okay? So I'm going to go to my phone. Let's see. Let me start the NDI so that I can start this. Let's see. Okay. So I'm just going to open it now. So you'll see my screen shortly. Are we good? Come on. There you go. All right. So I'm just going to go to the Victory app. Okay. So I'm hoping you can see me. So this is the Victory app, which I have already installed. It's in the App Store. This I picked up on the Apple App Store, of course. Okay, so once it's installed, you have to create an account, and it's a free account. You're not paying for this one; it's free. Which is why I'm using it now to explain a few things. So you download the Victory app, you create an account. It will do the verification, so at least it knows that it's speaking to you. It'll ask you a few questions. Once you've answered those questions, then it will create the account, have you verified, and voila, you are on the account. And then that's all I'm doing there. You can see that I've opened the account, and if you look at it, it tells you, it will give you, this is after you've set up, of course. So if you've set this up, as in you've subscribed to Covenant Eyes, you'll be able to use this to get to understand a lot of things about what's going on. You know, basically it's a resource, an informative resource. Gives you a lot of ideas, gives you a lot of information that will help tackle this issue. Okay, so like you could see or can see, it tells you recent activity, tap to view the latest device activity from those you hold accountable. So for example, if, let's just say, and I use the word God forbid because I don't wish this on any of us, but let's just assume that one of us has the need to help their young one, and you have been introduced to Covenant Eyes like I'm doing now. Your son or daughter, whoever is affected, will now have you as an accountability partner, which means that anything they do on their device, not everything, let me correct that, whenever there's stuff that fits the bill or the criteria for pornographic or illicit, explicit, inappropriate content, once that flag is triggered, you as the accountability partner will receive a ping, be either an email or a text message, depending on how you've set it up. But ultimately, this to have this happen, you will have to set it up. I can't do this because I don't have anyone I'm accountable to or anyone I'm engaged with in this sense. But ultimately, after you set it up with the person that you're helping, and of course the person has to be willing to go on this journey with you, but once you've engaged them and they've agreed, anytime they're on their device, and whether purposely or without them knowing, inappropriate content like the pornography stuff we're talking about pops up on their screen, you'll get flagged, or rather they get flagged and you get pinged. So you'll get to know what's going on. So it allows you to view the latest device activities. If I go to view activity, for example, it says activity monitoring is part of our paid service. Of course, I can't go further. Remember I told you this is the first time I'm looking at this. What you're not seeing, which I can quickly go away so that I can show you this. 1 second. Yeah, so I don't know whether you can see. No, you can't. I want you to see the whole thing so that you can appreciate this. Let's see. So if I do this, I want you to see everything that this app brings to the table. I'm just going to reduce it a bit so you can see. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah. So you can see, I'm reducing it so that you can see the tabs. So that's the activity tab that's highlighted in yellow there. If I go to home, that's where we see the view activity, and it says, welcome to the journey. Quitting porn is a journey taken one step at a time, but victory, this app is here to help. And it's a course which will provide an introduction to recovery and an overview of 3 key frameworks used throughout this app. And it allows you to go why you really turn to porn. It gives you that information. Grace-based recovery. God's grace is a powerful force in recognizing and leaving our struggles behind. Gives you all that. Okay, so that's under home. And there's nothing more there. So activity is the bit that I just showed you. To, obviously, once you've connected with the Covenant Eyes platform, then all this as a subscriber will be free. You can get to see a lot more. You have some learning activities. Okay, I'm just keeping it because I want to show you, and I know you can't see me, so forgive me, but I'm sure you can hear me loud and clear. So it says welcome to the journey, and it gives you all that. There's a course that you can look at. Welcome to the fight. Mind, body, spirit. Meet the shame cycle. Running well. Solidifying what you've learned. More there. The power of accountability goes in and breaks it all down for you. Mapping your journey. Why you really turn to porn. Shame's hidden power. Why your brain craves porn. Building willpower. Finding your why. See and halt triggers, the things that will cause you to go to watch these things in the first place. It says before you use porn, there's a lead up, a trigger that makes you start craving it, and a set of ritual behaviors that lead up to actually viewing it. In order to find lasting freedom, you need to head pornography off at the source when you're triggered and before you start your rituals. So there's a lot of things here. What can you learn from a relapse? Ally field training, health, living and healing. How should I talk to my kids about porn? That's a very, very good one. Many parents have questions about how to talk to their kids about sex, let alone pornography. You might be asking, do I need to talk to my kids about porn? You know, all that information is there. In fact, that is actually worth talking about again. Let me read that again. It says, how should I talk to my kids about porn? It says here, many parents have questions about how to talk to their kids about sex, let alone pornography. You might be asking, do I need to talk to my kids about porn? The simple answer is yes. We'll help you understand. That's Covenant Eyes. We'll help you understand why these conversations matter. This course will provide you with the confidence and knowledge you need to start the conversations at the right time. Do it well, it urges, and help you keep the conversation going. Okay, so that's the learning tab, and then under account, of course, all your login information will be there. So there's so much that you can do with this little victory app that gives you some knowledge. So if you are keen, to get involved with Covenant Eyes, the Victory app will definitely give you something that will allow you, understand what you're getting into, resources that you have, at your doorstep. Anytime you want to learn, or all those courses are free. So you go there, watch it to understand exactly what you're getting into. Okay? The Covenant Eyes app itself, once you've become a subscriber, will allow you customized settings according to your family's needs, making it adaptable, for various age groups. Okay? So this is important to me, and of course that's because it's important to you. And I know that these things are going under the table. People don't want to talk about it. People are embarrassed that their kids are in this bother in the first place. And so they don't talk about it. And so what I'm doing is putting or shining a torch light on this issue. But more importantly, giving you the tools needed to tackle it incognito. Once you engage with Covenant Eyes, no one needs to know that you're going through anything, but at least you have tools that would allow you, enable you, do some repair work behind the scenes. Okay, so it's important, really important that we take this seriously. Like I said, the stats are skyrocketing, in the wrong direction. Well, sky is sky, but it's just going in the wrong direction, and the channel, the community need to know, that this is happening and that there's help at hand, albeit for a token you have to pay. Imagine the value you'll get. You understand? And I keep mentioning that our kids are worth every penny we pay to arrest them from this evil, because that's what it is. Okay, so concluding, Covenant Eyes is more than just a tool. It's a partner in your journey of digital parenting. By incorporating it into your strategy, you are taking a proactive step towards creating a safer online space for your kids. So if you found this information helpful, as I always ask at the end of every engagement, please make sure you give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how you can navigate the digital world with your family. Until next time, I've been your host, Lawrence Edem. God bless and goodbye.